Greetings, YouTube. My name is Arstall. I usually focus on playing limited, but every once in a while I like to dip my toe into some constructed, and this week I have been exploring Mono-Black Aggro in Standard. And it is not running Liliana, it's not running the Soul Transfer, which I think is more what I would call the Mono-Black Midrange deck. And instead, we're going for just as much low-to-the-ground aggression as we possibly can. So it's running 4 Cutdowns, 4 Evolved Sleepers, 2 Razorlash Transmigrants, which is really nice against the Mirror Match, since the Go for the Throat doesn't kill artifact creatures. And if you end up against the 4 or 5 color Atraxa decks, the 5 color ramp decks, then this can be a recurring threat that you can bring back for just 2 black. Then it's got 4 Misery's Shadow. I think one of the decisions in the deck is whether or not to play Tenacious Underdog on turn 2 or Misery's Shadow, and it largely depends on whether or not you have blue sitting across from you. If you're likely to get counterspelled, then you want to do Tenacious Underdog so that it goes to your graveyard and you can get future blitz value out of it. Otherwise, I think Misery's Shadow threatens to push as a 5/5 on turn 3 and is a better attacker most of the time than Tenacious Underdog. Then we've got Graveyard Trespasser for a little bit of graveyard hate if you end up against the Atraxa Reanimator deck, for example. And then we've got Gix, which is a wonderful combination with Sheoldred, the Apocalypse, or Shelly. And basically every time that you deal damage, you can pay 1 life to draw a card. But if you have Shelly in play, whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. So it offsets the damage. Basically, you gain 1 life and draw a card, which is a wonderful little combo to have. And then we have 2 copies of Gix's Command, mostly to just dunk on mono white and soldiers. Any of the go wide, low to the ground decks really struggle against Gix's Command, especially the destroy each creature with power 2 or less. And then I have found that the +2, +1/+1 counters in lifelink can be really good against mono red. And then lastly, we've got Phyrexian Fleshgorger, which as a turn 3, 3/3 menace with lifelink has just been phenomenal. And then occasionally you do make it late enough in the game to slam it down as a 7/5. And they have to pay life equal to Phyrexian Fleshgorger's power to remove. So sometimes the ward is just too high of a cost for your opponent to pay, and can be a real problem to try to race the lifelink. And then as far as lands go, we're running 2 copies of Mirrex for against the really gnarly control matches. Sometimes you can just win out by being able to grind out a couple 1/1 mites. And then Mishra's Foundry, same thing, have like some man lands that you can pressure your opponent with in a really controlling matchup. And then we have Takanuma, Abandoned Mire, so that we can bring back cards like Shelly from the graveyard. So with that, I'm going to showcase a couple of my favorite games. Hope you enjoy. And then at the end, I will summarize my experience after 50 games. Oh, I think we just leave Phoenix Chick, because it's one of those that just keeps coming back. I'd rather get, like, one of their 2-drop hasters or something, you know. We definitely want to get something, we want something in their graveyard for Graveyard Trespasser, though, but Feldon is the perfect shot here. And this is exactly what we're talking about. And this sets up so that we can have Gix online next turn, because it's nice to get immediate draw value off of Gix. And then Gix's Command on 5 to destroy everything that has 2 or less power should pretty much destroy mono red. Yeah, alright, Squee. I could trade Gix for Squee and wait for even a bigger, better Gix's command. Actually, I don't mind that, because then we can destroy everything with power 2 or greater, and we can put a +1/+1 on this and lifelink on the Trespasser. And that lifelink is just going to be too much for Mono Red to handle, I think. And then Trespasser also removes it on the attack. I think that's reasonable. How many do you have to attack with? Is 3? 3 or more, okay. Ah! Another Squee? Oh boy, okay. We can attack a Numa to bring it back. But I think we just go with the cut down here. Get it in the graveyard so that we can attack and get rid of it again. Quick graveyard count. Squeeze not very close, so we'd rather get rid of the Phoenix chick. Alright, it's alright. This deck absolutely destroys Mono Red. Oh, but maybe not. We're not dead. We're not through it yet. It's a fair amount of damage. They have to leave back a blocker. Okay. Go to 7. We're not. This is scary business. And we drew Gix. Okay. Okay. They have to block. Feels like the attack is worth it here. Do they have it? They can hit us for 4, so they have to have 4 burn. All right, Mono Red. Still, I think we're undefeated against Mono Red. Alright, here we go, here we go. (3-1) Transmigrant. Okay, so Transmigrant's probably better than Underdog if we're up against Esper Control. I mean, both are pretty decent. This one's better if they have Counterspell. Oh, they just went for the Dinnick. Okay. They traded it. Interesting. 4 less if the opponent cards 4 or more non-basics. Okay. I mean, I could see blitzing there as well, since like next turn is probably a board wipe. Although they played Skrelvout. So, is this Esper Legends? Ah, this is Esper Legends. Okay. What does this do again? Transform it for 5, so they can transform it next turn into a 5/5. Eesh. Oh, I always forget that it's not a sorcery. I can do that at the end of their turn. Time to get serious. Thanks for hanging out today, Raider. Wait, so why can't they transform this? What's this deal? Transform Rona, activate only as a sorcery. So they could have transformed this into a 5/5. Right? Well, this seems alright. We make them sacrifice their 3/2 and kill their Rona. Oh, but it's so good! Yeah, Raider, get those commands. Yeah, I mean, same person, right? Ooh, Shelly's a problem. I mean, I don't really care if they block it, though, right? Am I supposed to go wide? Shelly offsets their life gain. They can block one thing. They take 3, 6, 8, plus the pump. Could be lethal. Oh, but they get this as well. Alright, let's wait a turn. We'll do the Shelly here, and then we'll go wide next turn. Hey, that's not very nice. Alright, they're gaining some life here. Got a counterspell? No. AT Zeal, how's your day going? Alright. They're winning the drawing the removal game. Shelly has evened it back up. We need to find removal here for Shelly. And then everything is gravy. Hmm. It's gonna be a short game if we never draw removal for Shelly. I don't think we need the Flesh Gorger yet. It's close. Razor Lash just gets blocked for the 4/5. You don't think they'd throw Shelly in the way? I feel like they would, right? There's no removal in this deck, and they know that. Yeah, we keep bringing it back for 2, right? Like, they block it, then it comes back as a 4/2. So it could be attacking for free, basically. Interesting. This game is basically over, though, if we don't draw removal for Shelly. Did we get it? Did we kill Shelly? Were we supposed to kill Rafine? Alright. Everything can attack. Let's get Rafine out of there. Alright, here we go, here we go. I guess Rona flipping is pretty bad here. But not if we have an empty hand, right? Play everything! Because like Rona does stuff if you have stuff in hand, right? From their hand at random. Okay. We can blitz underdog, so we probably sack underdog. Could have sacrificed Sleeper too. Instead of just looting. Ah, man, another Shelly? Ooh. Oh, I get it with Rona and Rafine connive garbage. I get you. Are we just dead? Let's see. I'm basically at 8 HP. They block here. Here, maybe? I'm getting tired. My brain's starting to fry. Hiya! I'm way too concerned about the Rona flip. This is good to know. I see Rona and I'm like, oh dear, I'm dead. I mean, they have to block Misery's Shadow, right? Because this, like, Misery Shadow is lethal. Unless their last card is a Fading Hope or something? No, because they can tap Rona to gain life. Okay. Alright, they get my Evolve Sleeper. I could Evolve Sleeper instead of playing Misery Shadow, though. I guess we will do that. Would I rather have a 2-2 or would I rather have a Misery Shadow? I guess I'd rather have the Misery Shadow. You've been playing Mono-Black in Historic? Well, I bet it looks a lot different in Historic. Oh my god, they have so many. What is this? So many Shellies. Stop. Shieldred, Peer in the Abyss combo? Yeah. That was like you draw cards and gain a bunch of life, and they lose life each time you draw a card type thing. Was Peer into the Abyss? Which one's that? Oh, but then with Shelly, you just draw a whole bunch of life. Or, yeah. Okay. Do we have lethal? They're at 8 HP. Block, block. That's lethal. Block. Wait, block, block. That's 7. Trespasser pings for 1, right? I think we have lethal here. So they block Misery Shadow and they block Trespass. Or no, they block Transmigrant. That deals 7 damage. So as long as we can still, yeah. So we play this, play Tenacious, still can pump Misery Shadow. I think this is lethal. If I missed it, then I missed it. But I think this is it. Oh, you make them draw with Shelly or Orcish Bowmasters out. Gotcha, Darkstar. I think the ping matters. Yeah, let's see if I did my math wrong here. They're at 7 HP. 3 things should get through. It was a close game. It was a close game. But I think we got Esper Legends here. And we did let Auto Tapper screw us, though, because we could have brought back Transmigrant if something did go wrong. But GG's! That was a good one. Alright, well, we've got a turn 2, double interaction, a nice turn 3. Seems okay. Against blue, huh? This is a mono blue deck? Blast Zone. We're gonna get counterspelled here? Well, let's see. And then we've got Shelly next turn. This is good. So, wait, is this like Esper Control or something? Oh, am I feeling like slamming Shelly into a counterspell? I guess we'll see if they have the make disappear. They didn't earlier, so were they saving it for Shelly? Alright, Shelly made it onto the board. Jace! Okay. Jace is not Wandering Emperor, and Jace is not a 4-cost Wrath, so lots of good things here.
You can be made to obey.
We can't kill Jace. I don't even think I want to kill Jace. I think I want to just go for like the Mirrex play in case they have a board wipe. I guess I can't do both. Mill's 18 cards isn't gonna kill us yet, right? Tybalt might be, though. That's fair. How you doing, Isaiah? I'm just gonna go face. Hiya! Yeah, I think they've got to answer this board, so I don't think we even play the Graveyard Trespasser. And in lieu of just playing the Mirrex here. Not too shabby, that's what we like to hear. Yeah, I'm enjoying my Friday. Getting near the 50 games that I like to do. 3 lands off the top, alright. You go to 1 HP. What deck is this? I see Jace and I just like, and Elspeth Smite, it's like, this is just an aggro deck, or not aggro. This is clearly a Jace aggro deck. No, this is just like Esper Control, right? Nice style points. That's one way to go. Thank you for that, Neepole Apple. Alright, so we have a turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, and a little bit of interaction. It's kind of what the deck is aiming to do. We have the play. Let's see what we're up against. We're up against Mono Red. Okay, this is a mirror match, and we're on the play. Could have attacked first. Sloppy play. No cut down punishment. Alright, they are doing absolutely nothing. This is good. They have a cut down and they were thinking about doing it on the Evolved Sleeper. Hey man, these balls are bussin'. How you doing? Thank you for the follow. We didn't hit 4. Okay. And they went to Celeste's. Interesting. Alright, well. Is there a 4-cost Wrath in black? We're gonna find out. Am I gonna play into it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I am. Alright, let's see. They played Celestis. This is all they've done so far. I can't think of a turn 4 black, or turn 4 black Wrath. Anything gets you to diamond? Well, next season I challenge you to take this list that I'm playing right now into diamond. Because I don't know, I could have just been getting very unlucky, but it has been absolutely brutal. Yeah, we just win here. They do a cut down, maybe? Okay. They're not dead yet then. We could take it to 3 and put them to 2 HP, but I think I'm fine with just putting them to 3 HP and then playing out Shadow. Let's see. Path of Peril kills all mana value 2 or less creatures for 3 mana in black. Okay, well they could be setting up a Path of Peril. Nice. If we draw a land, we are okay then. Nice. Unless they have the removal, which they could. Can they hold? What's their last card? Their last card is Sorin. They create a 2/3, we kill it with Cut Down, and we blitz.
You can deal with my servant.
Whew! We finally got one. Take that, Mono-Black Midrange. Greetings, YouTube. We did our 50 matches with the Mono-Black Aggro deck list, and I have to say it climbed to Platinum very well. Absolutely dominating the field. 21-14, even more than that, because a couple of those were once we hit Plat, we started losing. But once we hit Plat, it was pretty awful. The deck ended up being 50-50, 25-25. Most of these wins were below Platinum. You can see that, as most aggro decks, there's a pretty large discrepancy between being on the play and on the draw. And one of the things that it absolutely crushed, though, was the mono-black. Mono-red. The mono-red deck, we went 9-1. Against mono-white, though, we went 1-7. So very, very matchup dependent. And also, we came up against a couple of mono-black matches which were not particularly favorable. 2 and 5, the mid-range decks that were running Liliana and Soul Transfer and the kind of edicts were hard for the deck to get over the interaction. Then we didn't play a whole lot of other decks. We did play a couple of the Atraxa Reanimators, which was fun, the 5-color ramp, with the Topiary Stompers and things like that. And the deck feels like it does okay at pressuring the ramp before it gets off. We played 2 matches against Mono Blue, one which we won, one which we lost, so not a whole lot of information there. But overall, I can say that I was not very impressed with it. As you can see today, we went 27%, 4 wins and 11, and that's at the bottom of Platinum. But we did win against Mono Red, we did win against a Mono Black deck, we did win against Azorius Soldiers, which Gix's command is particularly good for against that, and we also won against another Mono Red. So overall, I would say that this is not as good as the Mono-Black mid-range deck, although I have yet to try that one out. But give it a shot. If the Mono-Black aggro is your thing, it is a fun deck to play. It does curve out quite well, and the early interaction does do good things against, like, Celestia enchantments. Even though we've got a 1-3 right there, it does, like, as long as you pick up your cut downs and go for the throats, it feels okay. So remember to hit like and subscribe. Most of the time I focus on limited content, but occasionally I dip my toe in constructed. So have a good afternoon, everybody, and I'll catch you later.